And shape does really build upon the question of what is your novel about. And if you are either going into great details of, oh, my story is about this thing and it's about this thing and it's about this thing, or you're just going, my story is about a love triangle, you're basically doing two things that could be enhanced. On the first, you really need to kind of hone in what your story is in a few lines, have clear what the story is literally, what the story is thematically, and what the narrative of the story is. So you get an idea yourself what you want to actually tell the reader. You get an idea of what's important yourself, so you can actually better put that in a frame. And then secondly, if you've just gone, this story is about this one thing, then what's the interesting thing about that story? And we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about that in week 2. What are we trying to say? What is the thing that we're trying to say in this story? A frame really puts everything together. It just gives your story this shape that enables us to really hone in on where the beginning is, so we're not writing 50 pages of backstory, and where the end is, because a lot of the time endings are really difficult because all the characters in real life move on in their separate ways, but we have to find a point that resolves the specific story that we're going to tell, and then have that space in the middle as well, where if we've got the right frame, we know the events that will go on within that frame. Again, the Grand Tour of Us, the characters had to move across Europe to the different cities to complete the Grand Tour, so that gave it this framework where all the events that actually led to all the climatic moments can occur within that frame, within that travelling between the cities, so to speak. It's a really strong device that helps you as a storyteller tell the reader what you want to say.